Welcome back to my channel. It is Joey and back with another pick a card reading surrounding your love life. Today's topic is going to be how do I strengthen my relationships? This could be applied if you're single, if you're with somebody, just whoever you're with, if whoever you're not with, we don't judge over here. We just don't. Because you may need a little bit, a little something to really solidify some things when it comes to our love life and whatnot. Most people always inquire about their love life, and it's never really talked about how do you strengthen it, or it's always about who comes in and who goes out, who comes in, who goes out, right? This is another one of those test runs where I'm seeing how these certain topics go. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share how you personally feel like you can strengthen your love life. So as always, we have three piles. We have pile one. Sorry. Okay. We have pile one. We have pile two, and we have pile three. Uno, dos, tres. You can pause it and think about which one you want to pick. Just go with your first instinct. Go with your first mind. How are you? I don't have numbers attached to them. Wherever you're drawn to, they're all the same. So whichever ones you feel connected towards, just go with it and see what happens. Okay. So without further ado, I'm still learning how to edit as I'm going through all this. I'm in school. I'm working, so I just do this when I have spare time and whatnot. But that's the ADHD ramble. Let's get started. Pile one, and let me make sure this is. If you pick pile one, this is for you. Okay. So this shows up. Okay. The first thing you guys got was stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring romance into your life. So instead of thinking as if everything will happen for the worst, think what if this works out? What if things are good? What if things are healthy? Right? People tend to focus on the toxicity of relationships and how detrimental it could be, but really don't shot. Oh Lord, I don't want y'all to see y'all cheating. Without really shining a light on how healthy it could be, you know, and how what could come out of it, right? Uh, when you allow those, I'm always saying I'm an optimistic realist, right? I'm always hoping for the best, but I understand. I understand when realistic situations occur. And when real relationships, you got to learn how to test, withstand the test of time, because not everything is going to be sugars and rainbows. If you have a strong relationship, sometimes life will test you to see how strong that relationship is, and you got to be formidable in your triumphs, right? For you got to be able to withstand how the wind blows against your relationship, and you got to be able to remain in a, dare I say it, guys, I hate using overused words, but you got to be able to remain in a higher state of vibration, right? Now, I'm not saying it's okay being to lean over to toxic positivity. No, feel what you feel, but understand that certain things happen for a reason. And sometimes when we are delusional, um, it prevents us from growing and seeing it for what it really is, right? So you wonder later down in life why I'm still in the same place when regards to love. Well, you wasn't able to take what you learned and turn that into a positive lesson, okay? Or use what happened and transform that, right? It's not about the cards you're dealt, it's about how you deal them, right? So remember to, when it comes to um the strengthen your relationship, always remain in good faith that things happen the way it's supposed to be. right? Onto your little tarot cards or whatever. Ooh, what's this? Oh, you got the hangman. Oh, her breasts is all out. So look, for disclosure, there is some. Okay, we got four wands and nine of swords. So if you guys catch on, I'm gonna give you the real spill. I'm not gonna try to find the positives. Well, I'm not gonna try to find set you up for unrealistic expectations. So from this standpoint, it seems as if you want to find new ways to build on top of what is already given, right? However, there's a tendency to overthink and miss your mark, right? So you are almost in over your head when it comes to learning different ways that involves you being a person pleaser. I ain't gonna say people just about, but just people pleaser. Um, and not really allowing yourself to be engulfed in a relationship. So if I mean engulfed, I mean being in the moment of it, right? And I also feel like when things are good, there's a habit of questioning the authenticity of it, right? Almost like it's too good to be true. It's too good to let it be. And then when something happens, it's like you go back to that, oh, I knew I should never did this. I knew I should never did that. And you feel as if you betrayed yourself because you gave it into the relationship, but not realizing that um yes, people have red flags, but people also have flaws too. So you use that as leverage to not be as optimistic as you should, right? And sometimes our mind is our own worst enemy, and what we think we create, right? So you may feel like you did something different. Oh shit, my hand. You may feel like you did something different. You may feel like you gave an opportunity to somebody who you thought didn't deserve it, and then when they did something that you didn't like or got triggered by, you was ready to call it out and then move from it, right? But the best way to strengthen your relationship is being able to say, like, face your triggers, face that trigger, face that trigger, right? And then grow from it, right? And communicate. Communication is key. Communication, right? Because I feel like when you start doing that, you'll be able to move forward in advance. Now, I'm not gonna say you gonna be at the destination, but you'll be making progress towards strengthening your relationships. Okay. What else? And I think at the core, you want stability within, not just because for some reason I just don't feel like, even though it matters, it does matter, but I feel like finances are a big thing for you. You know it matters, but financial things aren't. It's safety, more so safety, security, right? So finances can be a part of that. It's more so emotional security, and I feel safe with you? Do my words, do my emotions feel safe? Does my mind feel safe? Right. So when it's in danger, you're going flight or fight mode, and I think you do a lot of fighting, but that's neither here nor there. So on to the next. We got dreams, and okay. So with the dreams, I feel like you have an idea I feel like you have ideas on what your relationship. Okay, this tying together now. I feel like your relationship ideals are your relationship, the relationship that you see in your mind, you have it is idealistic, right? Not in a bad sense. Let me go ahead and say that it's not in a bad sense. It's very idealistic, but sometimes it has unrealistic expectations, right? Which some can be filled, while some would never be filled. So there's this rule called the 20-80 rule. Somebody who is always going to give you 80% won't be able to fulfill that 20%. So would you rather give up 80% for 20% or work through that, right? Not everybody's gonna not the part not everybody will fulfill the needs that you may need, right? On top of that, I also feel like some of you guys may feel like when you're hurt, this is giving me a very emotional person, pile. But I feel like some of you guys you want that person to feel as bad as you did. Hold up. I'm sorry. You want them to feel as bad as you did, and you want them to like hurt as much as you hurt, right? But the thing with that is nobody will ever feel as bad as you do. So you really do have to be able to move forward from it. Okay. Um, I feel like you know what you want, the type of person you want, the type of person you deserve, and having standards is a good thing. Um, just make sure those standards don't. With standards, it can blur the lines of expectations, and with expectations, we are often disappointed when people don't meet them. Right. So it's good to have standards. Standards set the foundation of what you will and will not tolerate. Right. So on to the next. Don't treat me the way you do. I don't deserve it. You have. I can't handle your love. Ooh, I wish to be. This coincide with what I said earlier. I'm not gonna sit here and hold you. This coincide with what I said earlier. I'm sorry. I'm trying to see if it's all showing. Okay, it coincide with what I said earlier as far as when things are good. Um, you don't know how to handle it, right? You gotta be able to, like I said, you gotta be able to be positive with these situations, with these relationships and whatnot. Because if you if you feel like you don't deserve good things will never happen to you, right? If you're always in a state of, oh, you're gonna fuck me over, or you're going to do X, Y, and Z to me, that will always happen, right? That will always happen. I'm not saying be delusional. I'm saying allow love to take its form because when we feel like we don't deserve it, sometimes spirit will snatch it back out until we feel like we deserve it. And then you're wondering why you're going from next person to next person. Um, in a way, intimacy is weird for you guys, right? You may feel weird. You may have your guard up, all this stuff, and all that stuff. And I feel like this ties together on on why you need to have this mindset, okay? So you have to allow, I'll say Lord, love to take its shape, to take its form, to allow love to be what it is, and then not be so attached to it. Because sometimes it's so hard to not get attached to the things you love, right? But when you're not attached to it, you have a better way of viewing it. Okay, we go through these love trials for a reason. It's really to build on our standards of what we will and will not accept when we're dating a person. You know, I see all these people getting married in their 50s and 40s and 60s, and they are just filled with experience and whatnot. They filled with experience, but they feel also filled with, look, I ain't about to tolerate that. I ain't about to tolerate that. I ain't about to tolerate that. So I feel like you guys need to practice being in the present too. Being in the present in a relationship and taking it for what it is. Right? Take it for what it is and not what your biasness tell you it is. Okay? So if you see red flags, don't say, oh, if I take the if I add yellow to it, it's an orange flag. If I take if I add blue to it, it's a purple flag. And purple means royalty, so that means he'll treat me like a king or queen. Don't do that. Don't do that. If it's a red flag, it's a red flag. But if it's something healthy for you, don't self sabotage it. Okay? So we have here. We have long term, and we have making love. See, I feel like with some of you guys, when it gets to a certain time stamp, people have this internal time clock, right? When they sits when something's about to happen at a certain time. So when it gets to a certain time frame, like maybe you find yourself in the things after the 3 month part, right? I challenge you to make it past that 3 month part, 3 month mark. I challenge you to make it past that 6 month mark, right? Because it's something in you that tells you, okay, it's you like it's almost like muscle memory. Your body tells you, okay, after the 3 months they start acting up, so let me go ahead and end it before it happens, and it's embedded in you, right? But you gotta push past those limits and those barriers to where you are able to get to see the love unfold. Actually, it takes time. It takes patience. Rome wasn't built in a day, and you're not going to expect everybody to show you to be everything you want them to be within a 3 month time span. Right? Don't go off love bombing and whatnot, but allow love to take its form in the way and time that it should. Right? If let's take for instance, if your mama was a cook, your daddy was a cook, if you going out to restaurants and whatnot, you expect them to take time with your food, right? You don't expect them to thaw the chicken out and put it in the microwave and then put some little salt and pepper on it and serve it to you with on a platter with a lemon on it, tell you bon appetit. No, you're not gonna want to eat it. You want it to be prepared. If you get your hair done, you want somebody to take time to do your hair. If you're getting a haircut, you want somebody to take time to cut your hair. If you're getting your nails done, you want somebody to take time to pamper yourself. So allow love to pamper you and understand that it will happen when it happens. I'm sorry, that was very aggressive. I did not mean to go off on you like that, but still, and then allow it to be allow it to unfold the way it should. Okay, without self sabotaging it. So we have healing family issues. Some of this could be brought back how most family members was treated and how you seen it. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Ooh. And some of this may have started. So maybe by strengthening the relationship with your family. And what I mean by that is you don't have to like I'm sorry, I had to burp. You don't have to um tolerate any type of BS. If you cut your family off, you probably did it for a reason, right? But make peace with what happened so you can move forward and you don't bring that type of drama energy into your love life. Okay? Say my family been through this, so I'm gonna go through this, and I don't want to go through that. You gotta be really optimistic about your love life. You just got to, okay? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. See, the thing about this one is, I'm not gonna hold you. Sometimes your friends be steering you the wrong way. Y'all gonna be mad at me. Cause let me tell you what the last card said. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Look, if that don't confirm, reaffirms everything I just said about your love life and how to strengthen it. I don't know what it is, right? Because spirit be talking. They be talking. They ain't gonna hold you, right? But with your friends, know who to ask. Know who to go for, right? I feel like you have somebody. There's someone that models true love, and call you out when you deserve it. So that your friends will also tell you, "Hey, yo, you tripping." Have friends that tell you tripping when you tripping, but also be like, "Oh no, you're not tripping. You're not tripping." Keep those friends around, okay? But at the end, if I don't say nothing else, stay optimistic because it is safe for you to love. That concludes your reading pile number one. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't judge me for how I put the cards away because I'm not. I'm an editor in training at this point, and I'm just learning as I go. Um, so y'all ain't gonna see this part anyway. Okay, let me see how this shapes up. I'm currently using my phone, so these breaks are like intermissions. Okay, so pile number two. If you pick number two, this is for you. I'm gonna start with the first card. Be present. How can you strengthen your love? This is how can you strengthen your love. Be present. You will attract love by enjoying your life as it is. Wherever you are, be all there. I thought this falls in line with number one in a sense, but it's neither here nor there. I feel like for you guys, being able to remain present is difficult because you're always thinking about what could happen or what has happened, right? First thing that just came is you gotta learn how to forgive. Okay, and I said this in my last video. I'm not a big fan of forgiveness. I'm very 50-50 on forgiveness. And I was just telling my therapist that, and she understood. But what I mean by forgive, that doesn't mean accepting the um disrespect, right? And allowing disrespect. I'll always say forgive by setting boundaries, letting go by setting boundaries. Almost like, oh no, don't be sorry, be careful. Because if you do this again, this is what's going to happen. I mean, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. But let's know right now, if you do this again, I'm gonna do this. If X, then Y. Okay? If P, then Q. Okay? Give that reinforce. Give that type of if then statement. Um, But I really do believe you guys really just need a reminder. Just enjoy it, enjoy the process, enjoy the relationship, and also you can when you're in the present, you notice the small things a person does, and they notice the small things about you. But since you're the main character of this pal, we're gonna talk about you and not them. Um, so when you're present, you notice the small things, right? You notice the test for task. You notice what they say, what they don't say, the verbal cues, the nonverbal cues, all that good stuff, and you are able to deduce whether you want to stay. Now, I feel like you guys are quickly the peace out, no, but this all due to you being present. So this is more so a reminder to remain present, to stay present. Um, enjoy the process. I don't think you guys are very much ready to commit right now per se. Um, but you more so enjoying the moments and you're enjoying the dating lifestyle, the courtship, um the flings, and that's fine too. That's fine, you know, because you take lessons from everything you go through, right? So If you like to get it busted wide open, then hey, that's you. We love. Yeah. Let's see about the Eight of Swords. Why these got the eight? Okay, you guys are my sensible pal. Mm-mm. You do not. You do not want to be tied down. You like your freedom. You like your You like having a sense of knowing you can. I'm not gonna say do what you want to do, but you have the sense of knowing that you are not tamed by the societal standards of traditional relationships. There we go. There we go. Y'all like how I worded it. Okay. Um, you probably feel like relationships are a scam or a trap, and you kind of don't want you with this Four of Cups. You kind of it's just like no, thank you, right? But I feel like with the person you probably will meet, they have to be able to know that I'm not gonna say you're not somebody that be quote unquote tame. Taming is for animals. You are somebody who is deserved to be courted. Oh my god, these cards are like moving. I don't like that. You're somebody who deserves equality and treatment, fairness. Okay, you are a fair person, right? And it's giving me it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. So F it. You are a fair and you're a fair person, right? You don't allow other people to play games with you or play them mind games with you. You don't allow people to keep you trapped or bounded, try to tame you like you some wild animal or anything. You're not that type of person, right? Right? You don't give people the benefit of the doubt because there has been times where the doubt has benefited and you went to running to the left. Okay? And you is more realistic with who you're dating, right? So I don't think this is more so strengthening your relationship. I think it's more so well, we gonna see. We gonna see. Um, what else? You know what's funny about this card? You see how the man is above him, and then the girl, the lady, is like looking at this man run out the stairs as if like, girl, go, hurry up, like I'm distracted, right? I think this is also being aware of yourself. So I feel like a strength, not strengthening, but a strength for you is being aware of who you are and what you want. Okay. Is this crooked to y'all? No. Okay. This is it was crooked to me and I don't like it. Maybe it's on angle. But what else? I mean, there's really not much to say right here because it seems like as if you know what you want and you know how to be direct with it. You all about fairness. You also I'm gonna say you go get your get back, but it's almost like okay, two can play that game, and I'm gonna show you why I invented it and why you just a player, right? This is more so equal treatment. So you want somebody to treat you like an equal, right? Not by gender roles, but as if you're a whole person, you're human, and you enjoy the human experiences, right? And that's just what it is. Um, and I feel like you're a lover too. You're a lover at heart. You a flirt, which is fine. It's really not much right here. Let me go ahead and continue. Oh, got freedom. The cause be confirming. The cause be confirming the cause. Okay. So I also feel like with that, it allows you to keep you young too. Okay. So I'm just add on to what this freedom is. It keeps you the thrill of this presence keeps you young. Okay, it keeps you feeling youthful and vibrant and boisterous and having this grandiose personality, or even if you one of those what did Robert Greene call them, coquettes, it's something with a coat, right? That draw. I feel like a good book for you guys to read would be The Law of Seduction. I don't know why, but I am what he labeled as a coquette, whatever however you pronounce it, right? It's just a natural inclination. So you don't want to, you don't like being tied down. So if you're going to be with somebody, they can't be the ones who wants to tie you down, to hold you back. They have to be one of those people to allow you to be yourself while trusting that you will make the right decision, right? Because at the end, you know, the only person who has control over what you do is you. And with you having control over, I'm sorry, I'm looking for something. Give me 1 minute. Are you having control over what you do? You are able to express yourself. And I kind of feel like I'm talking in circles too. I kind of feel like I'm talking in circles when it comes to um mm, when it comes to the subject, this type of subject. And you, oh, also, I think you also you. I'm getting so tongue tied. You also do things that makes you emotionally fulfilled. I don't mean emotionally fulfilled as if you emotional vampire, but it makes you feel as if you're human, you're alive. Okay, it makes you feel as if you are one with yourself. You are one with who you are. Um, and you just admire the beauty of the human nature. You give me one of those people who admire human nature a lot. Okay, so we gonna go on next. And you just want to get tongue tied, it's because I'm trying to pull rabbits out of a hat, and that's why I don't like doing that. If you don't know what pulling rabbits out of a hat means, it really means that forcing myself to say something that I'm like done move past, right? So I'm really trying to pull a rabbit out the hat when I really shouldn't be. So you gonna see it. Mm. I can't make this decision. So also, I feel like the downside with this is you don't have a foundation. The downside is you need a found. The thing is you need a foundation. So you have to be decisive. With eventually you might have to grow up, and grow up doesn't mean neglect. Grow up just means you at some point you have to be decisive in what you want and how you move. You can only float for so long before you start to lose air and you need to get grounded, right? So okay, so this present being present also means staying grounded while you're floating. Okay, so this was where it's all tying together. So being grounded doesn't mean being tied down. Being grounded is meaning having a foundation so your house doesn't fall, having a foundation to fall back on and to rebuild upon, having a foundation so you know who you are. Because when you're intertwining with so many people, you tend to lose yourself within the wave of love or the wave of lust that goes throughout the dating scene and whatnot, right? So you're taking on all these energies and not remembering who you are and what you came here to do. And one thing you need to do is be decisive. Okay. So on to the next card. And that's probably why at times you feel so lost because you got all these different energies. You see how that works? You see how that works. What else? I am stuck in visions of us together. Ooh, what does that mean? We're just gonna go put it right here. Let me see what it looks like. Okay, cool. Ooh, stomach. Okay, so I feel like there'll come a times where coming down with hold on. What card did this what did they have? No. Okay. I was just figure out. Okay, cool. But I feel like at times, um, I will say this: along this freedom journey, find yourself too. Even not just yourself, find a core of. If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything. And when you're find something different, someone that's different, then you're it's almost giving that you know you may what's the word? It's on the tip of my tongue. I mean, stuck right. When okay, so I think a part of this is trying to find somebody who is exactly like you, right? But they can't not be exactly like you because you're going to need something to balance you out when your scales is too far over one side. You come out of balance, right? And you become stuck because you think that's what you want. Okay, again, always be present, and also don't look at the potential of somebody else either. Don't look at the potential of somebody else. Okay, so what else we got? Girl, hold up. What to say? This says strong foundation. Not gonna move further on that one because I really went into that. I did my thing. I ain't do my big one, but I did a good one. Okay. Let me see. What else we got? We got strong foundation. And what I say about that compatibility. So I feel like also with being compatible, you got to find somebody who matches who complements you well, meaning they complement you by almost like peanut butter to your jelly. They're two different condiments, but they go well together, right? Nutella and crackers, right? They go well together, right? Cereal and milk, they go well together. Grits and eggs, they go well together. Pancakes and syrup, there's a solid and a liquid. They go well together. Ice and water, they go well together. So finding somebody that complements you and not exactly like you is is crucial for you. Okay? And then the last thing before I move on, we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectation. Oh, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Oh, what else? Past life relationship. You have known each other before. This is giving me. I don't know if you guys see Hancock, but this is really giving me Hancock when Will Smith, John Hancock, and the lady kissed, and they because they known each other in the past life and whatnot, right? But last, codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So I would say the addiction is freedom. Freedom is addicting, but freedom from consequences is the overdose. I mean, it's the side of it, right? Because if you're free, then you got to be able to accept the consequences, right? That comes with it. So the consequence is dealing with so many people, all these people, trying to find your match when you should find someone you're more compatible with. Okay, your compatibility partner. I'm not gonna say your twin flame because I'm not gonna say no new age bullshit like that. But somebody who matches you well, who complements you, right? If you're hot, you need water, right? If you're cold, you need blankets. So if you have a runny nose, you need tissue, you need a pair, right? If you have shoes, you need socks. That's all I'm saying. So, with that being said, Pal 2, this concludes your reading. Thank you. You are now the shuffling the cards away is the intermission part. So, give me 1 minute. How you feeling? If you want to listen to it, if you're continuing to listen to it, then this is like a blooper. Okay, so the next pile is pile number. Oh, hold on, wait. Pile number 3. If you chose, well, people, if you chose pile number 3, this is for you. There we go. All right, your first card is let go the need of control. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So this is one of those. Ooh, 40 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for my people who likes to control the outcome of a relationship, you can't control everything. Oops, did I just trigger somebody? I did. You can't control everything. Not everything is in your control. Um, you can't be upset when things don't go your way either. It's giving very much toddler. Okay. The very much you need a schedule. I need you to tell me what you're doing 24/7 is giving very much trust issues because you don't trust that person, right? Now, like I said, I ain't gonna talk too much about them because this your pal and you the main character of this pal. So we're gonna talk about them and talk about you and how you can strengthen your relationship. You can't control everybody. The other goal is just control, and I feel like most of the control is due to the fear of losing something. And you probably feel like if you control it, you won't lose it, and you know what's going on. You don't like not knowing. That's the thing. It may be trust issues, but it's also the fact that it's giving you don't like not knowing, right? You don't like not knowing. 'Cause if you don't know, then things can happen, and when things happen, that sounds like you need to revisit some past trauma. Okay, it sounds like you need to revisit some trauma that allows you to feel like you need to be in control all the time, right? And it could also be a plethora of things. You can feel like you're being protective. You can feel like you just try to do the right thing when it's really you're just trying to control the situation, right? And that control could also look like manipulation too. So understand that. Oh yes, I'm gonna call you out, and you gonna get triggered. Welcome to my channel. Oh dang, I forgot to use some backwards. So I have this thing. I'm gonna read it upside down and just read it for what it is. And if I feel like it's an upside down energy, I'm just give it to you. So we got the 6 of Cups. I'm sorry, I got to sneeze. Ooh, Jesus. Okay. Jesus. Okay, we got this. We got the 6 of Cups, which usually refers back to the childhood. So it really confirming that this could be a past trauma issue to where you feel like you didn't want to lose anything. You have a fear of letting go. You have a fear. There's a fear from childhood of um not having, right? And it could be what you witnessed as a child. So we're gonna keep going. Got 7 of what's this Pentacles, and we have the devil. Oh Lord. Oh gosh. Okay, there is some control issues right here. You can't control everybody, baby. You can't control everybody. You have to address those issues. You have to address those issues from your childhood. You can't sit here and try to just because you can't do that. It's a mind thing, right? It's a mind thing to let go of the control. And I feel like some of you guys in your head say, nope, nah, I can't. I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. But in order for relationships, your healthy relationships to grow, it's a difference between taking the lead. Understand this. It's a difference between taking the difference between controlling and taking the lead, right? Now, is it bad that you want to take the lead? Absolutely not. Sometimes people need to take the lead, right? But you gotta be careful not to allow though that leader that you taking the lead to blur into the lines of controlling. right? Um, I feel like with this seven of what is it? I do feel like it comes from a good place though. I really do because of this seven of pentacles. You want people to you just trying to nourish people, but you're nourishing them in your own way, right? You're nourishing them in your own protective way. You feel like your way is the best way because of what you've been through, and that's not always the case. Let me tell you something. I am somebody. It's funny because the this is the complete opposite of the last pal. The last pal don't want to be controlled. You want to be in control. That's the thing. That's so funny, right? But I regress. I digress. I mean, so I do feel like this is a childhood thing, even a teenage thing, or a nostalgic thing. Let me just say that. Um, and it's really a way for you to nurture people, to help and guide others. So you could guide them, you could lead them, you could do X, Y, and Z, but you cannot control them because you can't control everybody. And not everybody's your little puppets, okay? Not everybody's your little puppets, child. So, but I do feel like it do come from a good base. So I'm not bashing you or nothing like that. It comes from a place of wanting to sustain and preserve. And the only way you know how to do it is make sure you have your hand on it, right? It's funny. I was talking to my therapist. I'm not gonna tell you all my business and whatnot. I was talking to my therapist, and I was just telling her that I'm a person who likes to drive because I like to be in control, and I like to be in control of my car because I know if I'm in control, I'm getting there safe, and everybody else getting there safe. So it's a way of protecting me and everybody else in the car, right? So you got to work through that anxiety. You got to work through that. It's anxiousness behind that. Okay. What we got? We have temptation. Okay, so that correlates. So there we go. And feelings. You don't want people to feel like they're being tempted to do anything. So it could be the fact that you seen people cheat, right? You seen people cheat. You seen people um live two different lives. You seen feelings destroyed and all that stuff. You seen people just do the dirtiest and grimiest thing to people, to somebody you cared about, and you just decided, oh, that's not gonna be me. That's not gonna be me. I'm gonna need to know. So you probably learned through experience, but you also probably learned through witnessing others go through it, and you decided, yeah, that's not gonna be me. That's not gonna be my story. Well, baby, if you keep trying to control the story, it won't have a happy ending, right? Because sometimes you try to control what spirit is trying to take away from you, right? Or trying because you're trying to control what spirit is trying to take away. If that man is grimy, let it go. But it's a way of you nurturing them, okay? Right? It's a way of you nurturing, and that's fine. Um, I'm sorry, this is giving me straight Capricorn vibes. And it's also giving me some daddy issues too. I'm not gonna hold you. This is definitely giving me daddy issues. Cause that and I'm not triggering nobody. I'm just saying it's giving me straight daddy issues. So I feel like you need to heal some father wounds too. Some daddy wounds. Um and you also gotta forgive your mother for not being able to let go. I feel like with your mom, she did what was necessary to keep you and your siblings or anything of that nature, to keep you okay, right? So most people my age, you know, I'm 26. But most people real my age have this mentality when their parents be like, "Oh, I did the best I could, but your best wasn't good enough." sometimes their best was what they know, especially if they're people, if they're parents who grew up with parents from the 50s and the 60s, hell, even the 70s, right? When will this pain stop? It hurts so much. Yeah, you definitely don't know how to let it go. I wish I could be a different person. Okay, this is someone who don't know, who struggles with letting stuff go, who struggles with they all, and I feel like the need for control is a way for you to hold on. It's a way for you to hold on to the past, to hold on to what's going on, but you really have to let that go, okay? Because the thing is, whether you realize or not, realize it or not, it's hurting you, right? And inside, you probably do feel like you wish you could be a different person. But you gotta learn how to relinquish that need to control, let go the need of control, let go, because to say it hurts, it hurts worse than holding. It hurts holding on. God dang it, it hurts worse holding on than letting go. Letting go will be is a temporary feeling. Also, you can't avoid your. Oh my God, why am I? Why is this all coming at once? You can't control these things to avoid the hard feelings, right? And then this barrier you guys may have, you can't control that. You can control, and I'm getting hot because spirit is walk is talking. Um, you can control these. You can't um the feelings, these feelings that you have. You can't avoid the harsh feelings. The harsh feelings needs to be released. In order to release them, you gotta let it go. You gotta release some gas, right? It's like you got the bubble guts and you ain't trying to release it because you'll be embarrassed. Ain't nothing wrong with doing what's naturally human. If you got gas, you got gas. You need to release those feelings like it's gas, like okay. So I'm sorry. I turn everything up, y'all. I try to make things you know humorous at times, but and that release will allow you to flourish into a different person, a person who doesn't need to let go, that doesn't need to control everything or feel like they got to handle everything. You're giving me big sibling vibes, okay? Whether you're male or female, you're giving me big sibling vibes or older sibling vibes, or you have to be a mature. You have to be mature at a young age type vibe, okay? New beginnings. I feel like you gotta let new cycles flourish, whether you're ready for them now. I feel like by you penny clinching. Ooh, some of you got control over issues over money too. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you because by these two giving like Capricorn energies, and this penny pitching, I was gonna read it as something else, but I'm gonna take it for what it is. You can't control people how people spend their money. If they're financially irresponsible, you need to drop them, and that's another thing too, because you're not nobody banker. You can't be able. You look. Let me tell you something. You can't be nobody mama, daddy, nurse, um, therapist, and they banker, and they babysitter, and they teacher, and they support system. You can't be everything at once. Look. You can't control their finances. If they spending money on willy nilly and that don't suit you, you gotta learn how to let that go. You gotta learn how to let it go, right? But also, so I had to say that. But with new beginnings, by you releasing this, because I feel like you came here for a reason. By you releasing this, I feel like this will allow ways for new things to flourish in your life. Okay, so let me see. Okay, cool. Next we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. What else we got? You deserve love. You're lovable. Period. What is this? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. If this don't do anything else, it confirms everything I just said. And with that, because God damn it. My bad. That my ADHD kicked in. My bad. Without further ado, pile number 3, that concludes your reading. Until next time, like, subscribe, share, and comment. And I was trying to come up with an ending phrase. Until next time, that's boring. All right, do.